Here with manager Lee Allinson after a 3-1 win over Redditch. Lee, in the end it was a tough grind, but how are you feeling after the result?
Yeah, delighted with the win. Caleb, as you know full well, we've had Tommy Smith, Devontae Stanley, Kai Marsh-Brown, and one other in bed all week ill, unable to train all week with the flu. One player decides that he thinks it's okay not to turn up, 1:30. So we were backs against the wall today, and I thought the boys were outstanding, put a massive shift in. I'd be surprised if their keeper don't win man of the match for his performance in the first half, because we should have been out of sight first half. So with what we've gone through this week, to pick up another win is very, very good and really pleasing.
Yeah, as you mentioned, first half probably should have been out of sight, the amount of chances we created. How do you kind of sum up the whole half?
Very good, mate. Listen, full credit to them. They are a very young side, but they can all play and they look very, very dangerous going forward. We felt that if we could load up the box with our throws and set pieces and the delivery was right, we'd cause them lots of problems. And I felt for long periods of the first half we did cause them problems. Had a couple of half chances, one good one-on-one to be fair, that I felt was a couple of yards offside. I think the linesman agreed in the end, but he hadn't give it. But I think our force that we were going forward at times were causing them lots of problems. We've had 2 or 3 real good chances, 3 or 4 then shots, and we just needed to break the deadlock, and luckily enough it come with a great free kick from Sean Lucien. He's got that in his locker. But I knew we'd tie a second half because of the illnesses, and so it's very important to get in at 1-0 at half time, which we did.
We started Shane Bush, I think it's his first week back. How do you think he performed?
Brilliant, mate. He wasn't going to play today, he was on the bench, but as I said to you, through other matters that we had to throw him straight in. And listen, I think you've seen what this kid's going to bring to us. He's an absolute handful. He takes a lot of pressure off Joe. I think they linked up for the second goal with a header for Joe's goal. And he's just very unselfish in what he does. He puts his body and neck on the line. To get 65 minutes out of him today, I'm delighted with, and I felt it was very, very good.
The second half was a little bit more competitive. However, we probably still had most of the possession. How would you kind of sum up the second half?
Yeah, again, I felt we were very much in control, and it's really disappointing. The first thing, it wasn't a free kick. They'll probably say ours wasn't a free kick for our goal, so maybe it's justified. But for me, at the end of the day, it was never a free kick. Solomon's just been very strong. He's rolled his man. He's broke free. Referees give a free kick, and listen, Donks knows it's a mistake. He's gone for the cross and the lad's shot from an angle, and it's gone in the near post. And I was worried for us, to be honest, because as I keep saying, the lads were feeling it today. But what a reaction! We worked ever so hard. We camped in their half for long periods. They were very dangerous on the counter. But as I say, if we kept putting the ball in the box in the right areas, we're causing problems. And lo and behold, we had a free kick. Shane Bush heads it on, Joe's free and heads it home. And up until then, still had 2 or 3 chances at half to be out of sight. So to score when we did was very good, and listen, I felt we could have gone and scored 2 or 3 more, and we've got the one with Devontae where we've put the ball in the box and we've knocked it home from there, and made it comfortable in the end.
How good were the subs when they came on second?
Listen, they're good players, and as I said to you, I'm over the moon for Drew and Luca, because as I've said to you before, I really believe in the pair of them. They've had long periods where they've not been playing, they've been on the bench, they'll start on Tuesday night. Same as young Ruben, he was devastated last week, giving the pen away. Felt it was right not to risk him early today, but he'll get his chance on Tuesday to show us how good he is. And all 3 of them, are very good players, and they'll earn their right to be at this spot, at this club and this level. And if they keep doing the right things and working hard, and it's an unforgiving level, and if we throw them in too quickly, too early, it'll be very hard for them. So dipping them in and out, and as I say, I'm delighted for Drew because he's been patient. He didn't get on last week, and it was a great finish from the lad as well, to be fair.
Last week we were worried that Liam Brooks might have broken his ankle due to a tackle against Alchurch. Can you just give us an update on?
Yeah, so hopefully it's severe bruising. It was we've got to check the X-ray again because it was too swollen to see anything there. But he feels better on it. He's walking. It's badly bruised. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have him back next week it might be a push, if not it'll be the following week hopefully, which would be great because, as I say, I think the 2 wingers today were very good, and with Brooksy there as well gives us a third one. You know, we've got 3 very good wingers at the football club.
You mentioned earlier that Tuesday will mean we get some minutes into the younger players. How do you think we have to approach the game?
The same as every game, you know, at the end of the day we've got a really busy week coming up. It's important that we don't overplay people, but it's also important that we get minutes and trust the boys that have been sitting on the bench, so they'll get a good run out on Tuesday. And it's a game I want to win. You know, I'm sure Bedford will want to win it. It's one that we want to do well in. We want to do well in the competition because it keeps your season alive. And then we have to prepare for a huge game here next Saturday, and that's the pleasing thing for me. You know, I've spoke to a few people and they seem to think that we was on second season syndrome, but I think we're proving a lot now that, you know, we're here and we want to do well this season, and you know, I think that's 4 or 5 unbeaten now in the league, and hopefully now with the big hitters coming in next week that we can put on another show and hopefully get the right result.
Brilliant, thanks.
Thank you.